Anyway, there it is. That's the full-time whistle. Tottenham Hotspur 4, Burnley 0. A day to forget again for Burnley at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, as it always seems to be down there. What were it, 5-0 there last season?
Yeah,
4-0 there today at the minute.
Coming down.
Yeah.
Get it down.
We might get a point there in 5 years. Who knows? 4 years. Might get a win there in 5 years. But that's it. That's it for the watch along. But as usual, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a match reaction like we always do. We'll start off with the boys on the watch along. If you're watching on the stream, please get your comments in. I will go through the comments. I'll scroll back up and then I will read them all out. So if you are putting a comment in and you want to see it read out, please hang about and we will read the comments out. But Simon, I'll start with you. What were your thoughts on that game and that performance?
I'm probably going to be slightly controversial here. Look at the way we conceded them first 3 goals. It's so uncharacteristic. A bit of luck as well on their side. Nick Pope could have dived for 2 of them, possibly. I think everyone.
Don't put that on Twitter, though.
Oh, right. I think everyone was set on that first goal being offside. Everybody stopped, even keeper stopped. Normally, that's Pope's bread and butter, jumping out, making himself big. He didn't even do it. I think they were that committed to being offside. So that's disappointing. That's changed the whole game. We've had more of the ball than I'm used to seeing away from home against a team like that as well. We had chances. We've had a lot of chances in that game. I think it's 9 attempts. I think 4 on target. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But more shots on target than we've had in recent games. So I'm disappointed in the manner that we've got beat. But the performance was there at times. So it's disappointing in it as a whole.
Yeah, don't disagree with any of that. Kieran, your thoughts on that game and that performance?
Yeah, same as what Simon says, really. First 2 goals were avoidable, aren't they? Just silly mistakes. And then it's just knocked stuffing out of us, isn't it? Like Simon said, we played well in pockets. We've played quite well going forward. Vidra's had that massive chance when you were away that you'll probably see back again. He's definitely should have at least hit target. And he's had Jay's had a couple of efforts and he's hit the bar. Like we said, we've played well in pockets, but just not enough. It just seems to be not like Simon said, goals and errors that we're conceding this season. We haven't conceded in the previous season. It's just not know why. It's just frustrating. Obviously, is it on the training pitch? Are they not practicing something enough? I don't know, but it's just not. We're conceding goals like we're not used to conceding. It's just so frustrating, but. So over now, 4-0. It's expected, like you said down there. It's on. Leicester's a massive game now. Wednesday, we've got to regroup, get back on training pitch, and hopefully get some bodies back. And we need a massive game now against Leicester Wednesday.
I thought we did all right going forward to a certain extent. I don't think we ripped any trees up, obviously, because we didn't score a goal and we missed a sitter. As obviously, I've not seen it yet, but but again, we looked better when we had the ball than what we usually do. We looked a lot better with the ball in possession than we did against West Brom. The problem today was how sharp we were at the back. We just weren't good enough. At the back. There's the first goal, as we've said, you've got a mistake from Brownhill, a mistake from Tarke, a mistake from someone else, and a mistake from Nick Pope. The second goal, there's the deflection, and we're out of position. Brownhill probably shouldn't commit. And then the third goal as well, you've got Tarke not getting his head on the ball. And the fourth goal, it is a good finish by Bale, to be fair. But again, it was poor defensively. Charlie Taylor was so much out of position. We were just so stretched. Whether that were us being poor defensively or them working us very, very well. Because they were stretching us and doing things quite well against us like that. But we have had some comments coming in. Matt Lawcock simply puts, dog shit. Neil Crosdale says, my match reaction, thank fuck it's finished. Matt Lawcock says Brownhill is useless out wide. Something needs changing out wide. I do agree with that.
I agree that
nothing to change.
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
Other than do something like what we've suggested, like what Simon suggested, I would try sticking Jay on the wing. Now we've got Wood back. We could try that, I guess. We could stick Jay on the wing and have Vidra and Wood up top, or what's he called? Bardsley at right back and try something. I know it's not something I usually like trying. I don't usually like trying these untested things. But
we all know Brownhill's better in the middle. It's just
of course he is.
Square pegs in round nose. Who else is he going to put there? Nobody. Exactly. We've got nobody.
So you've got to try something different. So you have to try something different because what's happening now isn't working. John Brown Kenner says, same shite, different day. Thomas Grant says, absolute shite. Hayden Maguire says, we can't expect to change our style of play without spending any cash. Tottenham are a class act. We don't have the quality to compete with teams like these. Gavin Weir says it was like playing City away. Martin McKevitt says, a shame we didn't score. See you guys on the next TurfCast Podcast Live, excuse me. Yep, see you next time.
See you later, Martin. See you, pal.
Hayden Maguire says the first goal was a kick in the teeth. I agree with that. It happened after what?
Yeah.
50, 60, about what? 80 seconds? Yeah, it was ridiculously early. And yeah, we didn't recover from it at all. And again, there were just so many mistakes in that goal. There were 4 people who made a mistake in that goal. So it was just so bad. Anthony Rue says, thought we played the ball well, but still lacking in the final third. That's pretty much what we said, weren't it, to be fair? Spurs were class and much better on the day. Gavin Weir says, again, we go to the next game. Neil Crosdale says, cheers, lads. Entertained by you guys. Hope you're about on Wednesday. The deal with Wednesdays at the minute, I'm working. Not sure what the deal is with Simon, Kieran or Johnny yet, to be honest, because I haven't asked, or Jared. But I'm working, so we're going to need someone else to cover and do a live. But we'll discuss that off air, and hopefully we'll be around. Joanne Burrows says, if you look at the overall stats, we didn't actually do too bad, but we were very poor in defence in the first half. Midfield was overrun and attack was very poor. Much better in the second half, but Spurs were clinical in front of goal. Mark Higson, just going back to the debate about out wide, says trial Lawton on the right, mid and Ballsy at right back, which is again is something I've just said. I'm not usually a fan of doing stuff like that, but what we're doing now isn't working, so we're going to have to try and start something different. Danny James Omerel says, can't see any points in the next few games if we carry on like that. Could definitely see us going down if Fulham pick up, but then again, Fulham have a hard run coming up. Exactly. A lot of people keep crying, saying, oh, Fulham are picking up points and stuff. Fulham have got a very, very tough run coming up, so let's see where they are at the end of that tough run. Then we'll start panicking. And another thing is, Fulham's not the only threat. Fulham are the team that are more likely to get out of the bottom 3, but you're going to need Newcastle and Brighton to start picking up as well, and Newcastle especially don't look like doing that at the minute. Kira's missus says, well done, guys, like always. Cheers, Amelia. I won't just label you as Kieran's missus. It's a bit harsh. No one wants to be called Kieran's missus. Paul Waring says, thanks, lads. Great watching you all. Up the Clarets. Keep the faith. Well, thank you. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Boys, is there anything else you want to add on that performance?
No, I'm answering the sort of Lawton at right mid. I think we do need to change the right, but I think when Lawton's playing that well at right back, it'd be damn to change one of the strongest positions at the minute. But I do agree that he could do it probably. And I just thought to myself a minute ago, when Spurs scored 5 against us, I'm sure they said that's Mourinho's biggest. He's never scored more than 3 or something at that time. Do you remember? I wonder if we're the highest scored, against us. I wonder if Mourinho's got more goals against us for Spurs than any other team. He must have.
Oh, for Spurs he will. I'm sure he will. There we go, Kieran.
Yeah. Go on, Kieran.
For Spurs, I'm sure he will.
Because it was the first time they'd scored more than 3 goals in a game against Burnley, if I remember correctly, when they scored 5.
Well, the only problem is that the home games are quite low scoring, aren't they? But yeah, obviously you're looking at the game last season, 5-0. The game this season, 4-0. Obviously, it was 1-0 at the turf early this season and 1-1 last season.
There won't be many teams that have conceded as many as we have under Mourinho at Spurs.
No, because Mourinho's obviously not a very free-flowing manager. No, Kieran, I don't think Kieran's going to find it. We'll leave it there for that anyway. If you are still watching, remember we do have our usual show, which will be going up tomorrow. The fan reaction, if you want to get involved, all you have to do is film yourself chatting about the game, giving your opinions and thoughts on the match for 2 to 3 minutes, ideally in landscape. Just send it to me via WhatsApp if you have me on WhatsApp, or via TurfCastPodcast@gmail.com, and then you will be included in the match, in the fan reaction show, and you'll also be included in the podcast, which will be released midweek, either Thursday morning, or we might move it to Wednesday morning. Obviously, we've got a game Wednesday night, so we might put the podcast out on Wednesday morning this week. But again, that's not set in stone. Keep an eye out on social media, and if you want to find out when the next podcast is released, I'll put it out on our social media channels. But thank you for watching. We will be back on Wednesday, fingers crossed. I definitely won't be doing it, but hopefully Simon or Kieran or Johnny or Jared or all four of you will be able to fill in for me. And yeah, but if not, we'll definitely be back for the fan reaction, which will be out tomorrow. The podcast will be out on Wednesday or Thursday, and then we will be back for the next one. Loads of content coming up as usual. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.